In the depths of the ocean, a remarkable creature has evolved to become the ultimate master of disguise. The cuttlefish, with its incredible ability to change color, texture, and shape, can blend in seamlessly with its surroundings, making it nearly invisible to predators and prey alike. This astonishing ability has fascinated scientists and marine biologists for decades, and today, we're going to explore the fascinating world of cuttlefish camouflage. So, how do cuttlefish achieve this remarkable ability? It all starts with their skin, which is made up of specialized cells called chromatophores. These cells contain pigments that reflect different wavelengths of light, allowing the cuttlefish to change the color and texture of its skin to match its surroundings. But that's not all. The cuttlefish also has specialized muscles that allow it to change the shape and texture of its skin, creating an incredible range of patterns and textures. But what does this look like in action? Let's take a look at a cuttlefish as it changes color to blend in with a rock. Watch as it slowly transforms from a mottled brown to a speckled gray, perfectly matching the texture and pattern of the rock. It's an incredible sight, and one that has been observed and studied by scientists for years. So why is camouflage so important for cuttlefish? In the ocean, predators are abundant, and the ability to blend in with one's surroundings can mean the difference between life and death. Cuttlefish use their camouflage to avoid predators, sneak up on prey, and even communicate with other cuttlefish. It's an essential tool for survival in the ocean, and one that has been honed over millions of years of evolution. But camouflage is not just a physical ability, it's also closely tied to behavior. Cuttlefish have been observed using complex behaviors to support their camouflage, such as changing color to match the surrounding substrate, or using postures and movements to blend in with their surroundings. They've even been known to mimic other objects, such as sea snakes or flounders, to avoid predators. But how do cuttlefish know what color and texture to change to? It all starts with vision. Cuttlefish have highly developed eyes that are capable of detecting polarized light, which allows them to see the orientation of light waves and detect the presence of reflective surfaces. This helps them to detect the texture and pattern of their surroundings, and change their skin accordingly. But camouflage is not just used for survival, it's also used for communication. Cuttlefish use their color-changing abilities to signal to other cuttlefish, whether it's to attract a mate, warn off a rival, or signal the presence of food. They've even been observed using complex patterns and displays to communicate with each other, making them one of the most fascinating creatures in the ocean. So how did cuttlefish evolve this incredible ability? It's thought that camouflage evolved as a response to the presence of predators in the ocean, and over time, cuttlefish developed more and more sophisticated ways of changing color and texture to blend in with their surroundings. Today, cuttlefish are found in oceans all around the world, and their camouflage abilities are more advanced than ever. But what does this say about the intelligence of cuttlefish? It's clear that they are highly intelligent creatures, capable of complex behaviors and problem-solving. Their ability to change color and texture to blend in with their surroundings is just one example of their impressive cognitive abilities, and scientists are still learning more about the intricacies of cuttlefish intelligence. So what's next for cuttlefish camouflage research? Scientists are continuing to study the intricacies of cuttlefish camouflage, from the molecular mechanisms that underlie their color-changing abilities to the complex behaviors that support their camouflage. As we learn more about these incredible creatures, we may uncover new insights into the evolution of intelligence, the importance of camouflage in the ocean, and the complex interactions between predators and prey. But what about cuttlefish in the wild? How do they use their camouflage abilities in their natural habitat? Let's take a look at a cuttlefish as it hunts for prey in a coral reef. Watch as it changes color to blend in with the surrounding coral, and then snaps out to catch its unsuspecting prey. It's an incredible sight, and one that highlights the importance of camouflage in the ocean. As we continue to explore the fascinating world of cuttlefish camouflage, we're reminded of the incredible diversity and complexity of life in the ocean. From the intricate details of their skin to the complex behaviors that support their camouflage, cuttlefish are truly one of the most remarkable creatures in the sea. And as we delve deeper into the mysteries of their camouflage abilities, we may uncover new insights into the natural world and our place within it. Beneath the waves, the cuttlefish wears a skin that is not merely covered in color, but built from it. The animal's body is wrapped in a layered mantle of specialized cells, each one a tiny component in a living display. Unlike a chameleon, which relies on a slower hormonal response, the cuttlefish can reorganize its appearance within moments. The skin itself is the instrument, and the ocean is its stage. What we see as a single creature is in fact a field of microscopic actors, each responding to signals from the brain with precise timing. At the heart of this transformation are chromatophores, small elastic sacs filled with pigment and ringed by muscle fibers. When the muscles contract, the sac expands and the color becomes visible. When they relax, the pigment retracts and fades. A single square centimeter of cuttlefish skin can hold hundreds of these units, each controlled independently. Red, yellow, and brown are the common pigments, and their overlapping creates a broad palette. The effect is not paint, but pressure and release, a constant muscular choreography just below the surface. Deeper than the pigment lies another layer, one that does not color but shapes light. Reflective cells called iridophores and leucophores bounce ambient light in ways that mimic the brightness and texture of the surroundings. Iridophores use stacked plates to reflect blue and green wavelengths, common in shallow seas. Leucophores scatter light broadly, helping the animal match the general tone of its background. Together, these structures let the cuttlefish not only show color but also reproduce the subtle glow and grain of the environment. To match a background, the cuttlefish must first see it with extraordinary clarity. Its eyes are large, horizontally slit, and uniquely constructed, with a W-shaped pupil that widens the field of view. The brain processes the pattern, contrast, and movement of the scene in real time. Remarkably, cuttlefish are believed to be colorblind, yet they still achieve accurate camouflage. They appear to use the polarization of light and the fine texture of surfaces to guide their skin. The eye is not just a window, but a measuring instrument. Supporting this demanding biology are 3 hearts, a trait shared among cephalopods. 2 branchial hearts pump blood through the gills, where oxygen is gathered from the water. A third, larger systemic heart drives the oxygenated blood to the rest of the body, including the active skin and brain. The blood itself carries oxygen using hemocyanin, a copper-based molecule that gives it a pale blue tone. This circulatory design sustains rapid changes and sudden bursts of movement in a cold, dense medium. When a cuttlefish settles onto the seabed, it does not choose a single look but a strategy. It may flatten its body to reduce shadow, raise skin ridges to copy algae, or shift to a mottled pattern that breaks its outline. The animal often begins with a uniform tone, then refines the detail as it reads the substrate. This is not random flicker, it is a sequence, a trial and adjustment toward invisibility. The result can be so effective that a predator passes within inches without a glance. Camouflage is not only about stillness. Cuttlefish also use a moving display known as the passing cloud, where a dark band travels across the skin from front to back. This creates the illusion of a shadow drifting over the animal, masking its own motion as it creeps forward. The effect confuses both prey and predator by suggesting a change in the environment rather than the creature. It is a rare example of an animal using a false cue about the world to hide its true movement. In the approach to prey, the cuttlefish often shifts from concealment to control. It can display a rhythmic pulsation of light and dark across its arms, a pattern thought to distract or entrance small crustaceans. The prey may freeze, unable to read the changing signals, while the cuttlefish extends 2 specialized feeding tentacles with remarkable speed. The capture takes a fraction of a second. Here, camouflage becomes more than hiding, it becomes a tool of manipulation. Not all patterns are for concealment. During encounters with other cuttlefish, the skin becomes a billboard of intent. A male may show bold stripes to assert dominance, while a smaller rival adopts a female-like pattern to slip past unnoticed. These social displays are dynamic, shifting with each movement of the opponent. The same chromatophores that vanish the animal against rock now broadcast its identity. The cuttlefish is, in this sense, a creature of two languages, one of disappearance, one of declaration. When camouflage and display fail, the cuttlefish has a final option. It can release a cloud of dark ink from a sac near the gut, creating a visual screen in the water. The ink is not only a barrier to sight but may also dull the sense of smell in pursuers. In that obscured moment, the animal jets backward using powerful contractions of its mantle, often changing color as it goes. The combination of cloud and thrust is one of the oldest survival tactics in the ocean. The cuttlefish lives a brief life, often only 1 to 2 years depending on the species, yet its nervous system is among the most complex of any invertebrate. Large optic lobes process visual information, while vertical lobes handle learning and memory. In laboratory studies, cuttlefish have shown the ability to remember the details of past events and adjust future behavior. A short lifespan does not mean a simple one. The animal compresses a great deal of cognition into a single season of the sea. From the pigment cells in its skin to the hearts that feed them, the cuttlefish is a study in biological precision. It reads the world through strange eyes, paints itself with muscle, and vanishes into scenes we think we know. Its camouflage is not a trick but a continuous conversation with light, surface, and motion. As our footage fades to the open water, we are left with a quiet truth: in the sea, the greatest illusion is often the most honest adaptation. If you enjoyed this story, subscribe for more real mysteries and discoveries.